Another edition of NBA basketball. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Let's see the stat sheet here for Moses Moody.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the center. And for the Warriors, backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Green, and it's Santos in at the 4 slot. So, Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
Podziemski's shot is good.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Thompson kicks to Robinson. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, when your shot is as polished as Robinson's, you can be that fast with your motion.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, the head coach for the Warriors gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here is Robinson. 9 points last game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Duren has those long arms. Terrific rebounder at both ends.
Back to Curry. Fires away from outside. The long-distance three is buried.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Cunningham passes to Harris. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Strong response by the veteran Harris. Coming back with his own three, making a statement duel.
Here's Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Podziemski's got 6. Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the middle. Out to Thompson. This one for 3. And the Pistons another 3.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Pass to Moody. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Outside Curry. And the 3 off target. And it's Harris with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Well, in terms of where they sit in the league, these teams are both in the middle of the pack, but both are looking to take the next step.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Clock at 6. Curry passes to Santos. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pistons leading by 4. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Here's Harris after the Warriors pick up 3. Thompson sets the pick for Harris to the paint. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
And here are the Warriors now. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Podziemski. And here is Moody. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Cunningham looking it over. Thompson from long range. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high motor player.
Curry passes it to Green. Here's Podziemski. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively, and that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either's O.
Now, here's Cunningham, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And Santos pulls it down. The Warriors trailing. Back to Curry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all even done.
And the shot goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Golden State's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Podziemski. Moody, the bounce pass. And Santos gets it to go.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Thompson, a screen on Curry. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Here's Podziemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. And Detroit has possession. They trail by 6. Outside Robinson. And they get it. And Santos pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Green. Here's Santos. Boy, he was something else against Utah. It's good. Podziemski's got 13.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pistons trailed by 8. And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Stephen Curry? And ranked among the top 10 in scoring, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, 3rd best right now in the NBA. And he's earned it. Golden State on D. Here's Cunningham. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Finishing strong. Cunningham is tenacious. Does not back down.
That's good from Cunningham. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Here's Pajemski. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Here's Curry, and the Warriors tack on two more.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Harris outside. Duren up top. And Duren slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Pajemski. Here's Santos. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Duren sets the screen for Thompson. It's tipped. Moody with it. Boy, that went against the Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play. On its way from Curry for 2. Gets an open look and hits. Curry's got 8.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Out to Harris. Takes a 3. The offensive rebound. And that one is good. He's got 8.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. The Warriors leading. Now Melton. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
He was all alone on that one. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Down low. Richard, overt defending. Hield sets the pick for Melton. Hield finds Horford. Golden State moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Here's Melton. Misses the 3. Pistons trail by 3. To the inside. It's stolen by Hield. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Richard. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And here is Jenkins. Scoreless thus far. Stewart kicks to Ivy. Back to Stewart. Good.
What I love about Stewart, he never backs down. Plays the game with passion that's rarely seen.
go. Here's Hield. He had 13 points in the win against the Utah Jazz. From outside the arc. Can't hit that one. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Warriors lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Karis LeVert is out there with Holland. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Jenkins in at the point guard position. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
Here's Melton. Karis LeVert making his last shot. Here's Horford. Back to Melton. Hield outside. Over Ivy. Hield can't hit.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
LeVert the pass to Jenkins. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 4. Hield kicks to Melton. Off target with his 3. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. LeVert the pass to Stewart. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Stewart's got his second bucket of the night.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
Tipped away. Pass to Melton. Here's Horford. And the Warriors miss again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Jenkins the pass to Stewart. And here's Ivy. Oh, that's blocked. Richard, Ivy defending. Hield from outside. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Duncan Robinson comes in for Jaden Ivey. And it's Cunningham in for Jenkins. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Moody. Horford dishes to Curry. Santos, the pass to Hield. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Here's Holland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Curry. In the corner, Horford with it. And the Warriors miss again.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Holland, the pass to Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on Curry. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry passes to Hield. Now here is Horford. Curry outside. Beautiful stroke from Curry on the 3.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And Thompson kicks to Holland. Back to Thompson. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And that game against the Lakers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Draymond Green is checked in for the Warriors.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Outside Robinson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game. Hield outside. Pass to Green. Now Curry launches it from deep. And the Warriors, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Warriors making a change here. Podziemski's checked in. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Long range from the inbound. Harris's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Curry a screen on Robinson. Here's Podziemski. And another 3 for Golden State.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now Duren. Cunningham outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 4. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Out to Harris. From the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
3 points.
Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. Third of the game so far.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Out to the right wing. Golden State moving the ball around. Fires the 3. And Curry comes right back with a 3.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
To Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Eyes a three. Pajemski grabs the board. For the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Suns.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
4 on the shot clock. He had a nice open look right there. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, two of the best to ever do it.
Pistons on defense, following Draymond Green's three, and the basket by Curry.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Robinson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Now, here's Moody. He's covered by Thompson. Green against Harris. Pass to Pajemski. Over Robinson. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Pistons trail by 10. Outside Robinson. Out to Thompson. Harris looking it over. Back to Thompson. To end the cold streak. They get it back. Here's Duren. Lays it up off the glass. Duren's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Detroit. The Warriors shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Curry from 11 feet away, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Now here is Harris. Defense is right there. To Cunningham. Shoots over Curry. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
That's good from Cunningham. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Now, here is Robinson. Takes the three. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. GA, why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring, has given them another look offensively.
That one is off. And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Good on the second free throw.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Robinson a screen on Curry. Cunningham passes to Duren. Robinson on the wing. Gets rebounded by Golden State. Here's Curry. Wow, magical moves in inside from Steph Curry.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
"20 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
Here's Curry with the three. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Knocked away. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
Man, it almost doesn't seem possible. You know what I'm talking about, Ernie?
Yeah.
Steph just getting better? How can a guy get better as he gets older? Man, it goes a long way to his work ethic.
Yeah, his pregame is some people's game. And you know what we like to say? He makes it look Steph-effortless. And guys, now let's see what games have yet to tip off. It'll be the Wizards out at Capital One Arena against the Lakers. That one gets going at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And this could be a fairly competitive one.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Curry has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 8-point game. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. That court pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Then it's Green. Then there's Moody. And it's Santos in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Thompson with the bucket.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Here's Curry. Pass to Green. Inside. Podziemski. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Podziemski's got 18 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here is Cunningham. The Warriors making the shot. And Cunningham with the slam.
Cunningham is so skilled working the pick and roll. That time the play was for himself to score.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Podziemski with it. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Podziemski's shot is good.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Guys, back over to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Pajemski with it, guarded by Robinson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And slam dunk by Harris.
When Harris is cooking like this, get him the ball and clear the way, because he's going to keep his foot on the gas pedal.
Warriors leading by 7. Now Pajemski. He's got 22. Green, the screen. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Pass to Cunningham. Harris outside. Now Thompson. Defended by Moody. To the paint. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Curry. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Isaiah Stewart.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding volume has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
Warriors leading by 5. Pass to Santos. Now Pajemski. Curry deciding where to go with it. Curry cooks him up inside.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Here's Cunningham. Outside Robinson. Back to Cunningham. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from three-point range. Green in the high post. Pass to Pajemski. Some nice passing by Golden State. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Cunningham against Curry. Cunningham right side. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. He's got 14. Outside Curry. Now, here's Moody. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Santos. They set the pick to the right side. Here's Pajemski. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
And here is Duren. Here's Cunningham, guarded by Curry. Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pajemski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Moody the pass to Santos. Cunningham against Curry. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cunningham's shot is off. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. With the floater, Cunningham with some nice D.
suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
And he's good on the second.
Well, one thing you notice about Tobias Harris, he is a worker, a true professional who just wants to do the best job he can for his team, and we've seen the results over the years.
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's getting around 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Well, he's found his groove. He isn't forcing anything, and he's making the most of his chances.
On the Hield, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. Jenkins, he's checked in for the Pistons. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Harris.
You know, Harris blossomed into a stretch big, putting tons of work into his three-point stroke.
Here's Pajemski. He's got 22 on the wing. Hield launches it, and Santos gets it to go. Santos has got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Hield with the bucket.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Pistons trail by 11. On the wing, Harris. Harris draws the double. Jenkins the pass to Duren. Now here's Jenkins. He's defended by Pajemski. Just 5 on the clock. Jenkins can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 11. Pass to Santos. Here's Pajemski. And another 3 for Golden State.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Now here is Harris. 21 points in the game. Looking to end the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Pistons second. Number 5, the Warriors.
And how many times have we seen these two clubs force turnovers and then convert at the other end? They really share a lot of similarities.
That's good from Harris. Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. And Harris drops them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the lean, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Now, here's Duren. 10 points for him. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside, Horford. Pass to Hield. No good on that one. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Pass to Stewart. Thompson outside. Three-pointer on the way. A rebound by Hield. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And it's blocked.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duren sure knows how to use those long arms of his.
Here's Jenkins. He's looking for Duren and finds him. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Warriors leading by 10. Podziemski finds Hield. From deep, connects from three-point range. Hield's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Stewart. 9 points in the game so far. Robinson passes to Thompson. Here's Jenkins. Detroit, no good that time either. Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. It's deflected.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
Steps back. Here's Thompson. Duren trying to break free. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A different look here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Jalen Duren. Ivy comes in for Duncan Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. In the corner, Horford with it. That three off the mark. Pistons trail by 10. Out to Thompson. 1:06 left to play in the third. That's a 2 from Cunningham. And the lead is down inside single digits. Cunningham's got 16.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And here's Ivy following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Thompson for 3. Al Horford with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Horford with the screen on Ivy. Hield can't hit.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Cunningham against Hield. And Cunningham with the slam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Detroit, at the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Levert out there with Holland. And it's Stewart in at the 5 down low.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Pistons trailed by 11. Ivy on the wing. Teardrop shot. The rebound by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fires for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Pass to Ivy. To the inside. And stolen by Horford. Richard. LeVert defending. Here's Richard. The three-pointer, no good. And, well, Detroit shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And here is Curry. Outside, Horford. And again, no good by Golden State.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. 5 on the clock. Here's Ivy. The rebound by Post. Warriors leading by 9. Richard. LeVert defending. Shoots. And the Warriors miss again.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Ivy passes to Stewart. Now here's Cunningham. Puts one up from 19. It goes straight through with the swish. Cunningham's got 10 points in just the second half. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Draymond Green has checked in for Quentin Post. And a switcher also for Detroit. Tobias Harris has checked in for Holland. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He said, quote, "This one isn't over. Those guys will come roaring back. We have to be ready. If something doesn't go our way, don't dwell, just move on to the next play." Back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
At all times, he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
That one misses.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Pass to Cunningham. Curry with the steal. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Buries the long-range jumper.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Cunningham sets a screen for Harris. To the middle. Here's Stewart. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Stewart with the steal. Here's Cunningham, and he banks in the layup. Cunningham's got 22.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. Free throw good, Curry.
And watching Steph go to work is watching a living legend. Already one of the best to ever do it, and he is still adding to his resume.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. Robinson is subbed in for Jaden Ivey. And both free throws good for Curry. Pistons trail by 9. Harris a screen. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Podziemski with it. Robinson on him. Shot by Podziemski, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Duren finds Thompson. Robinson left side for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren. Warriors leading by 9. Curry passes to Green. Here's Santos. Guarded by Harris. Curry against Cunningham. Pass to Podziemski. Green, the screen. Here's Moody. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Now here is Harris. Back to Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And here's Green outside, and the Warriors miss again. Pistons trail by 9. Cunningham outside. Thompson outside. No good on the 3.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Pass to Curry. And here is Moody. Guarded by Robinson. A nice shot by Moody.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Detroit has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Harris up top, trying to end the drought. There's the lob to Duren. Robinson for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 9th assist in the game now.
I mean, this is what Duncan Robinson does. He finds you points at the arc.
Pass to Podziemski. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pistons trail by 8. Outside Robinson. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And the Pistons another 3.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Pass to Podziemski. Down low. It's stolen by Duren. 3-on-3. Here's Harris. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And so far, Harris is having his way on offense. The defense just has not found an answer for his energy on that end.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Pajemski. And here is Moody. Pajemski with it. Pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen on Cunningham. Curry outside. Curry good on the contested tray.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Robinson sets a screen for Harris to the inside. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Pass to Curry. Over Cunningham. No good off the front iron. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Pistons. Cunningham kicks to Harris. Now Duren, guarded by Green. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, you need a big basket? Find Tobias Harris. He's been here before.
Shoots the three. Duren pulls it down. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 16-7 run. Now Cunningham. Now here's Moody. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
Now Pajemski. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pistons trailing. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Yeah, that was an important hoop from Robinson.
The Warriors shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Curry. Cunningham pulls it down. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the 4th quarter of this one. To take the lead. Duren. He parachutes in for the putback.
How about the big fella, Jalen Duren, coming through with a massive hoop.
Curry. Oh, the concentration.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants. Just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding.
Pistons shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And the shot goes in.
Well, in these big moments, Cunningham really wants the ball.
The Warriors trail. 1:30 left in the game. Now Green. Can't get it.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Curry. Got a hand on it.
This is the type of defender Duren is capable of being. Terrific activity and positioning, coming up with the rejection.
Cunningham doesn't get that one. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Curry.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Here's Harris. Cunningham. Now Robinson. Trying again. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
And a timely make from Duren. They really needed that one.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Cunningham against Curry. Now Green. Duren pulls it down. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good, a tough right there. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And here's Golden State. Here's Curry.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good for Curry.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Robinson fires.
Regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Jenkins in at the 1. Showing off the post moves right there.
What strength right there from Duren. Just powering through the foul.
First team foul. At the line for the Pistons, Jalen Duren. One shot.
One shot.
That's good from Duren.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duren is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Pistons leading by 3. Buries the deep ball.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
The Warriors shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Green with a screen on Robinson. Curry outside. Duren pulls it down. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Robinson knocks down the 3.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Bullseye! Curry with a deep 3.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Now Thompson jacks up a 3, knocks down the 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Warriors trail by 9. Here's Green. Kajemski with it. Green with a screen on Robinson. 4 on the clock. Duren pulls it down. Outside Robinson. Now Harris. Robinson outside. Drained from outside.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
That shot no good.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
They double-team Curry.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
Down it goes for 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Harris outside. Got it to go off the glass.
Well, I like seeing Harris be aggressive inside. He's more than capable of making you pay from that.
Now Green throws it down. What an assist!
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Detroit leading by 9. Outside Harris. Outside Robinson takes the 3, and it misses. Warriors have gone a shade under 50% for the floor here in overtime. They've hit 3 of 7. The basket is good.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
For Detroit, they've gotten themselves off to a terrific start here in overtime, hitting 6 of the first 7 shots. On the wing, Harris. Here's Duren. Robinson fires. Grabs the rebound again.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it.
Yeah, we've seen Tobias do this for years. Figure out different ways to score it, including via the free throw line.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And that one will not go for him, but he does have 2 more to shoot. The second one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he ends up making 2 out of 3, and it's a 9-point ball game.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Timeout called the Warriors. 40 seconds left in the first overtime. Green outside. Now Curry launches it. A 3-pointer. Good.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
13 foul. Shooting to Detroit. Duncan Robinson. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, Robinson has heard a lot of criticism throughout the years, but the numbers show he's one of the most prolific three-point shooters in league history.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
So it's the Pistons now, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And so the Pistons take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce.